94.7 Asempa FM Sony ekosi sen dwumedie no asuguso a otie no ma yena mo nyina ase ne ensan so ma makwa ababie emfa momra Asempa FM so ensem bebre na o ye hyase no me de to manim se ye be call Obuasi. I showed you a video of Nioma Akoso Obuasi, I think yesterday. And as we speak, because the first video was just a teaser, and there are other videos I'm saying at the actual. Join us. It was Senpai page on Facebook live stream. No, na bra some of the harrowing videos are yensa aka of treatment as soldier for them. Some people alleged to be galamseyers invade the concession of Anglo Gold. Ashanti in Obuasi. Yes, this was the first video you show Emma Mono. And Obesha Galamseyes no Ifri am by na soldier for namu nyina gu atechim. And we are showing this because the minority members on the Mines and Energy Committee call it for thorough investigations into this. And ultimately say nipa ni cha video no nso yi amena no one of the pits of Anglo Gold, I'm told. And galamseyes no efri mu aba. Na ohwe ha wo mu gu for maybe that chim any idea. We your first video. Second video now already will show in the second video so would come. Na mo hu said the nyoma esi it doesn't look good. Now the me want to say soldier for na ekoye operation no. Omo na yi omu phones omo san etwa. Ba ko gwa de wo twa ma na o twa selfie nyina. Charlie, so you have one of them was power. Ain't it? But I mean, under no circumstance there was a Ghana near the bonnet crowd in the facade. I mean, second video in Sweeney. You know now to say, Omodi Omo free ho. I should think that we be a police station, and Omodi Omo Abba, and Yamomo etete form. Yeah, social color, the color, it looks like a police station. In the way the second video, I know I handy one over. Everyone I'm police for. Ain't young Ghanaian youth engaged in an illegality, to all intent and purposes. And third one in Sunni. What do you say? Omo drele galamseyes nankaza because when yema anwana because mostly no say omu rapid ni mu a omu kotu anwa nti anwa no omu de egu bottom na omu asoa and wo soa e di pie free amena ni mu ba and then omu akoye washing no ni bibia timi I extract gold it what was say anwa na omu akoti no na soja for na mu obi asoa na anwa e na mabu nkotuje wa ateche nim it's and that's the situation there but the minority in parliament calling for thorough investigations into this. It doesn't really look good. It doesn't really look good. It's dehumanizing. So okay, treatment soldier for the Mranti no FMwa. Nti Udroye Boa Nero, for example, says being treated like slaves in our own country when we attempt to mine gold on our own land. Okay, but it's not that straightforward. So, Kwabena Boahene says there is nothing wrong with it. Okay, that's interesting. Ain't for more sharing on Facebook Live no ubehu video I can I'm told Honorable Edward Bauer ewo ahomane so a member of the Mines and Energy Committee in Parliament. Honorable Ekosi saying so ni akwaba.
Nyamia obi
nyamia adom na nso
nyamia adom ye.
Mejidi say mwehu videos ayensa kan bi. We are told say from Obuasi and treatment as some alleged illegal miners were put through by uniformed military men. Mo kan ho dan me pacho.
That's why. Meaning say yes, the same video footage is I who say your own countrymen. Yanka say state security, and I mean the military. Any idea tax subject or more into this inhumane treatment. Yeah, understanding the say conformal history into Anglo Gold or more concession and they were arrested. Meaning, in this country, say, Ubumra, a police now, we have no qualms with the fact that so Obi actually into Obi no concession one. Now we security people now more arrest more. All you need to do, ASL, so the modern mind security, that's the police service. Now say, how Mubua, the courts are always there to educate on that. Now, Osha say, and Napa, sorry, a day that was, you wouldn't say, 19th July of every year, a Nelson Mandela International Day. It is a day that is set aside to celebrate Nelson Mandela for what he stood for justice, for fairness, for human rights, and what have you. And if on that day, we say, one countrymen are subjecting their fellow countrymen to such brutality, such inhuman treatment in the democracy that is as old as almost 3 decades, then it tells us that there will be a longer way to go. And Mintina and address the press and look, we are not calling names. The footages do not speak well of Ghana. And so the security services, particularly here and the military must be interested in it, investigate, and know who and who, gave this order. Meanwhile, this is not the only one. You know that in Western region, Adamus for issue, no? You recall that you had security men of the company arresting people they felt were doing galamsey. And you know what they did to the guy? They beat him up and shot him and killed him. That's the Adamus case. No? It was one of those cases in speaking out that attack at the court when other youths were also arrested in around Elembele. And the person can say, this particular incident is not in isolation. In as much as a country, you're fighting against illegal mining. And mining in areas that are not authorized. And the fact that people who are caught should be subjected to the law and the law should deal with them. It should not be done in a way that their rights are abused and that their very humanity is brought to the bear. And Nuntina, and I send me back a number of years in our quest to have the right to fair hearing, the right to our way of saying being equal before the law, and to a very large extent, say human rights. This is enshrined in the constitution. I guarantee. And no, I'm why.
But so share the other videos and so apparently omu free at chenim ewo a mine pit hono. They move them straight to the police station.
Before they move them to the scene, that's what I'm saying, that the two videos, I've seen two different type of videos, may not necessarily narrate all the story.
Okay.
And that is why an investigation is important. What I saw in the first video, where you say the mama swat was simply not right. And so it gives us a fair idea that at least that there was some level of maltreatment.
Okay.
And so as to what they did after that, investigations will establish that. And in Tina, we think that in as much as what we see in itself is condemnable, the details can only be ascertained if they investigate it. And so the authorities should be interested in this, and the authorities must investigate and establish the facts as they are.
But I'm going through comments among for Edeba under a social media live stream, and Osha, some comments are to the effect, say, if we are serious about stemming out illegal mining, then we need some of these, in quote, harsh measures, to make it unattractive to the Ghanaian youth. I don't know okay.
It is a very dangerous route to take. To say that in an attempt to be able to flush out illegal mining, the rights of human beings should be what do you call it?
Abused.
Make us know. And a deputy minister for mines or Hame. I'm gonna meet but the point I'm is
yes.
The moment we think that people's rights should be suspended because we are fighting a particular menace in the society, it's dangerous. And then you say I'm robbing. Who's armed robbers? It still does not give the police the right. It's so when you saw armed robber, one was shooting. What do you mean, sir? And was that would the armed robber not go through the normal channel of law now? Yeah, they are told. This is a country of laws. And what do you mean, sorry, in cafe? Just illegal mining, then you decide to do that. I mean, Obi, it means that even before the person is trying to know whether he's guilty or innocent, there's instant justice that is being meted. What it really means is that you don't need to go to the police station. You can just make instant justice on the TV. What about the day where you arrest somebody who with a wrong identification, mistaken identity? What then happens? Anything I'm saying, I agree that we need to fight against illegal mining. And I tell you, look, Obi, me no weekend. You United States. But me, no, yanko wura and risk your life and yes, I no way.
Yeah.
There is, so when you see somebody doing that, there's also an element of desperation. There's an element of wanting to survive as a human being. And in Tina or yes, and in as much as I was here, my man, then you say, you take the laws into our own hands and subject them into an inhumane treatment.
For you, without ABR, we seen in the video, say, soldier for air boom, beating them here and there. What in the video is so dehumanizing for you?
Me, the fact that I see, look, in the first place, this Ghanaians, our brothers,
yes,
in itself is not healthy. Then you come and realize that this is somebody officers
94.7.
Your friend saying, how do you call that in again?
Yes.
Video now, you will see it. It gives me, I grew up in the barracks. So the revolution time now, I saw some of the people who were brought to the barracks and how they were treated. It just reminds me of those days. Those days when people were subjected to instant, what they call justice. They were treated without really being given the fair hearing. It gave me that. So, and next video, it gave me a reason to say, are we in the democracy? And I said no. And that is why I'm saying the coincidence of it is even very telling. That on a day when we are celebrating an individual who fought against things like this, that's the day that we did it. I appreciate the security agencies here to ensure that your environment is properly done, protected. But it is also important. I was saying they must operate within the confines of the law. It is for the reason that Entina Obi who tax Yedichia Mikano, Parliament. Say, Yanyamra or be able to make this. It's will live in an orderly manner. But Umma said, if you allow, say, people should take the law into their own hands and decide how they will treat their fellow Ghanaians, that is a wrong path to take. And if we're not careful, one day one of our own relatives who is innocent but mistakenly judged as being guilty will be killed even without any fair hearing. That is something we shouldn't do.
Honorable, the call you made as the minority, the investigation should be triggered by who? The minister, the company, and as why?
So first and foremost, these are security agencies that fall under command.
Okay.
We expect expect the military high command to be able to investigate it. Besides that, Yankasa as a minority, we will place an urgent question for the Minister for Defense on the responding to this issue.
Very well. Honorable, yeah, that's the Komobio. Honorable Edward Bauer, MP, Bongo constituency member, Mines and Energy Committee in Ghana's Parliament, and Motenenka, and the minority on that committee near press conference, and the person who addressed press conference, Honorable John Jenapo. We tried speaking with him, but now he is currently debating on the floor, and Honorable Bauer was magnanimous enough to speak with us. Inti na motesi no AD and Komo on no position on this matter. But we say Obi, I have something to say seriously about these happenings. In fact, our MPs are not helping us at all, or they don't understand the mining law. Please, Obi, give me 5 minutes on air to give some education. Where Mr. Kwam or Pristia, chairman of the Wassaman Small Scale Miners Association. But I'm told say Deputy Land and Natural Resources Minister who is in charge specifically of mining, the Honorable George Mrekuduka MP Takwa in Swayem. Honorable Akwaba Bibi Abokwa. Okay. Now, but video o make rounds in the Obuasi ehubia.
Obi, I'm in Kade. We have and a copy of the video all corrupt.
Oh, okay. Now, it not for them, Pocho.
What's the Manofa and Ma Payful? Now, what Mombo about what is one chance?
On easy.
Hey, you papa. I would know what was a work. And mining industry.
Asempa FM.
Or yeah, industry. This is the would deal with gold. Now, I can go with our Isika. See, I need those. Now, on that form, especially other countries, I try the year with the mining sector. Now, now, you war and attack in Jesus, Damgalan State, I call it the mining country. Yeah, was struggle for a gal.
Honorable, but minim baby, line here terrible.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah,
I think it's better now. Yes.
Okay. You see, them are all over the world. Mining countries, they are struggling with what we call planting. They may have different names for it, but Ghana is I call even developed countries. Some of the developed countries like Australia were friend of protectors. I call South Africa were friend of Zamazama and so on. Now, coming back to the question, okay, I'm a four-door. The Amanya, I can do Galamsey is called underground of logo. Oh, yeah, at that time. Now, under the corner, or you have a papa. There's a video. There, but it no honum work one corner or ordinary. There was your work. Or you can put there, them and that okay. Because okwa, you might hide it. Now, protective materials. Now, Nina, work. Now, I'm people, so, yeah, commitment in Parliament. And then now, that investment, yeah, rather than up of the country forward. Fast forward. Yeba how they enter, which is the
Honorable Mpoto Mubo, Kasa through earpiece, sir.
butcher daddy. My casa direct on the phone.
Oh,
But
okay.
I don't know why it's breaking.
Yeah. Oh,
I
break
don't know why.
all my feedback and so. But Kasa Sisi
Okay.
Anamuve.
Butcher to
Yeah, I think it's better. Yes.
It's better now.
Yes. Yes.
See, every commitment, as a country towards getting the mine revamped under this administration. It is there all over the world. Will be a banning battle for bringing back Anglo gold. Now, yes, there some people through galamsey activities wanting also to destroy the future of Anglo gold. This is the worrying. Now, military is still going there. Now, me is there. Work or there or coffee. Now, one must be because man, not yet simple there. Some people go underground. Yeah, they don't even report it because work on we are work. You see, urban there, they are not able to come back to report accordingly for the police to take up the responsibility of retrieving the body. Into Oma Ohawagen. And so, Mawabe, Amanana as a ministry, Yata, and we've triggered all our agencies, especially the Minerals Commission at the Obuasi and other jurisdictions close to the area as a missile. They should immediately investigate and give us a report. And the minister has also quickly constituted a committee to go further and investigate the matter from the ministry and that of the Minerals Commission. This is the every meet na Afremi minister. Abra many copies in the now so we need copy na in my brands and demo in Neduma. Ofa Neduma to form cra. Quickly is constituted a committee to investigate the matter. Until Miss Ghana phone cran in a day. Yet to no form. Whatever we'll do to bring sanity to the industry will do, and whatever we'll do as a country. So the Yama law and order aye juman so yebeye. This is the obey interministerial arrangement where the defense sector no belong and where so as lands and natural resources so yeah. See about na yakeka bobom na as early as possible no one efficacy mobisima bibia no ebema waswati but because the can rule of law na abani into to rule of law form kra na the mouse na megina yudo na the investment we have in the country. If you look at the royalties that the mining companies pay to support the economy of this country, or your interest and collective effort, the Boboa protect these mining companies. Now we too why you want to do this is the war bar with Zimbrado and contractual agreement government no so. This is the Nina Nambra Quando to obey here the Ebobua now Juma warrior and so where you following our local content law. Most of the mining companies in Ghana work as a Nina Ghana for and we generate a lot of employment and economy of Obuasi alone injection dam company or the Aqua economy. See, Shami, you can say, need that half for Ahimfuna Asia, the youth, or Ahimfo, Ahafo, sorry, Asia, when I got to the Newmont is coming to invest about $850 million. Was a very revamped 1.5 mile. Which is the damn $850 million will go a long way in supporting the economy of Ahafo and Ghana. And say, urban there obey them investment in a way. Now we take them for granted. Now illegalities or could do one concessioner. Which is the omwahin. On them we're trying to create opportunities for these teeming youth by asking some of these companies the overseed of their concessions for community mining. We don't sleep as a ministry. And we are bringing and now they create job opportunities for these teeming youth through mining, especially one of our interests in mining. You be create opportunity number one. Now we fee dam illegality
Okay.
especially in poor water bodies and dam underground. I mean, I've been sad the whole day. I'm now to them now. I mean, Nimpa Kashim them without any precaution. Na Kwanambe. Oh yeah, to say, the young Branson, Yenyabuta. Government is creating the enabling environment for you through the community mining. Na bia nyejumani bi nkakra why na nsenya ya koketi nyejumani bi ya mining ya community mining bi ewo kunsu na nsenya bosha maramin pesuado ma ya yen wo ho through community mining other jurisdictions Atuman Wabieja, Atuman Ponua, all these areas. Both Ashanti, Bronga Hafo, Central region, Western region. We're creating lots of opportunities for the youth. Mining concessions, being available. On Chakrampono. So next week, the minister is commissioning more concessions for people to mine and mine responsibly. Nti yentwe ye ho fi dam wuzi kwan da ahwene ya na yako obi ma osi no mgize de ninjina nkran tutu nkran na manana be ho na emom oya hawa wokomu underground ho no oso person ma wo meye ho videos and amazing can kid most of them they don't come back, they lose their lives because of the worker what they want to hurry and just steal and come out. And so by doing that, do na money be break water na washo nkwa. Oye yo. It's your best one. Womi nyabota na yamfamba kwando mfanyaze na wasi ibifu fumku kuma obisu mfumga. Nti nyina mono menjina if you do na mumwafo nemum at the appropriate time we'll come up with the report and we'll let you know.
Okay, so let's see how it goes. Yeah, that's it. And you're brief for speaking to us. Bibi any best ya kasa bio. Aye.
Maso that's papa lawyer. On that lawyer. Papa B. Money juma.
Yeah, that's it. And that's the Honorable Mreku Duka or your MP Takwan Swayem, Deputy Minister Lands and Natural Resources, specifically in charge of mining and motening. Kind of 4 minutes after 5. Yadika catch him nukes in pain for bidding come president of